When does love stop being love? When does caring for someone become carrying them? And when does being needed start feeling more important than being loved? Many people spend years believing they are loved. But what if they are simply useful? What if the reason people keep coming back isn't because they value who you are, but because they value what you do for them? It's a painful question, one that most people avoid asking, because the answer can change everything. Today's story is about a woman who spent her entire life helping others. Everyone admired her. Everyone depended on her. Everyone said they loved her. But one unexpected moment revealed a truth she had never seen before. A truth about love, boundaries, and self-worth. And once she understood it, her life was never the same again. Before we begin, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for more wisdom stories that help you build stronger relationships, emotional strength, and inner peace. In a small village lived a woman named Mira. Mira was known by everyone. Whenever someone needed help, they came to her. If a neighbor was sick, Mira cared for them. If a friend had problems, Mira listened for hours. If family members needed support, Mira was always available. She never said no. In fact, she felt guilty whenever she tried. People often praised her. "You are so kind. You have such a big heart. We don't know what we'd do without you." Those words made Mira happy. They made her feel important, needed, valued. And without realizing it, she began measuring her worth by how much she could give. The more she helped, the more appreciated she felt. The more people depended on her, the more loved she believed she was. Years passed. Mira continued giving. Her time, her energy, her attention, her strength. Little by little, she put everyone else's needs before her own. Whenever she felt tired, she ignored it. Whenever she needed rest, she postponed it. Whenever she wanted something for herself, she told herself it could wait. After all, someone else always needed her. Then one year, everything changed. Mira became seriously ill. For the first time in her life, she could no longer help anyone. She could barely leave her bed. She needed rest. She needed care. She needed support. At first, people visited. They brought food. They asked how she was feeling. But as the weeks passed, the visits became fewer. The phone calls became shorter. The messages became less frequent. Eventually, many people stopped reaching out altogether. Mira was confused. Where was everyone? The people she had helped for years. The people she had sacrificed so much for. The people who had always said they loved her. One afternoon, sitting alone by her window, she watched people walk past her house. Most of them didn't stop. Some didn't even look. For the first time, a painful thought entered her mind. What if people loved what I gave them more than they loved me? The question hurt, but she couldn't ignore it. As the days passed, she thought deeply about her life. And slowly, she began seeing things she had never noticed before. Many relationships in her life had been built on giving. She was always the helper, always the listener, always the fixer. But very few people had ever asked what she needed. Very few people had ever cared for her the way she cared for them. The realization broke her heart, but it also opened her eyes. Months later, Mira recovered. Her strength returned. Her health improved. And as she stepped back into her normal life, she made an important decision. She would continue being kind, but she would no longer abandon herself in the process. For the first time, she began setting boundaries. When she was tired, she rested. When she needed time for herself, she took it. When she couldn't help, she said no. At first, some people became upset. Others complained. A few even disappeared completely. And that taught her another lesson. The people who only value your usefulness often leave when you stop being useful. But the people who truly love you remain. Something remarkable happened. The relationships that survived became stronger, more honest, more balanced, more genuine. For the first time in her life, Mira felt loved for who she was, not for what she provided. And she finally understood something she wished she had learned years earlier. Real love does not require you to exhaust yourself. Real love does not demand that you sacrifice your well-being. Real love does not disappear when you need help too. Because love is not a transaction. Love is a connection. And connections cannot survive when only one person is always giving. The lesson. Many people confuse being needed with being loved. But they are not the same thing. Someone can need your time, need your money, need your support, need your attention, and still not truly value you. Real love sees your worth even when you have nothing to give. Real love respects your boundaries. Real love cares about your well-being. And most importantly, real love allows you to be human, to rest, to struggle, to need help too. Moral of the story. Never measure your value by how useful you are to others. Your worth does not increase when you give more, and it does not decrease when you say no. You are worthy of love even when you are tired. You are worthy of love even when you need support. You are worthy of love even when you have nothing left to offer. Because real love is not earned through sacrifice. It is built through respect, care, and mutual understanding. Learn to help others, but never lose yourself while doing it. Learn to love others, but never forget to love yourself too. If this story touched your heart, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with someone who needs this reminder today. And remember, the people who truly love you will still be there, even when you have nothing left to give.